to the bone. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone.
No mai harimai ki whakatū, the Trafalgar Centre in downtown Nelson for the very last time in 2023. The NZNBL comes to you from the top of the south as the Nelson Giants get ready to take on the Southland Sharks in the last game for both these teams in the NZNBL for 2023. Kia ora, very good afternoon to you. Hugh Baden here alongside Phil Jones. And Phil, the season wasn't to be for these two teams, so pride on the line tonight.
Yeah, kia ora, Hugh. Yeah, it's one of those games which is a tough one to probably get motivated for, but a really good opportunity, particularly for the Giants, to maybe showcase a little bit of their younger talent and see and get them on the court, I suppose. But you know, for the Sharks, it'll be a game that they really want to come out and impress. Obviously, with Pledger being his last game.
There he is, the big man. Last game in a storied career for big Alex Pledger. 4 titles with the Breakers. One of the most winningest players in Australian NBL history, as well as an 80-time Tall Black. More about Alex Pledger to come as you see the ladder and the ill-fated Sharks 5-12. The Giants, having lost the services of Avery Woodson and Matua Maker over the last couple of weeks, coupled with the resurgence of the Hawke's Bay Hawks, some late season form, sees the Hawks take the final spot in the top 6 for the final 6, which gets underway in Tamaki Makaurau later this week. The Giants and the Sharks destined to stay at home this week. Games to come. Well, this is the last game that will happen outside of Auckland in 2023. It's the Auckland Tuatara will finish off the regular season after this one live on Prime at 6 o'clock against the Wellington Saints. And then the final 6 gets underway on Thursday. 3rd against 6th to start, 4th against 5th in the play-ins, I guess you can call them, or preliminary finals, before the semi-finals get underway. Let's have a look at the visitors. Jeremy Kendall, one of the most potent players in the league. Alonzo Burton, Braden Inga, Grant Anticevich and Josh Cunningham, the starting 5. Alex Pledger will come off the bench in his last ever game. Let's hear from the Sharks head coach, Guy Malloy.
Guy, welcome to Nelson. Obviously last game of the season for both teams, so probably a pretty hard one to get motivated for, but obviously a big thing for Alex Pledger tonight, being his last game. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, look, it's been an honour to be involved with Pledge in his very last season, and what a champion player, and clearly, you know, his body's not really cooperated through this little comeback, I suppose, but he's been great to have around the group. As to your first question, we've just had a bit of a mindset to, you know, mentally try and approach this like it's the first game of the season, be up and about, have plenty of energy, a lot of hustle, and back yourself.
Yeah, and the Giants, you know, they're down 2 imports tonight by the sounds of it, so you're going to see probably a much younger group. Anything to look out there from those guys? Yeah,
we expect energy and they'll have a go. I mean, I think that they're sort of trademark things. So, you know, all those players have got talent. So we would think that they're going to try and grab the opportunity and get after us a little bit. So we're going to have to defend well.
All right, all the best and great to have you.
For the NBS Nelson Giants, still no Avery Woodson, out with a hamstring injury, and Matua Maker with a broken finger, so fully Kiwi lineup today. Alex McNaughton, Tom Ingham start in the backcourt, Sam Dempster and Callum McRae in the front court, and 100 games up for the Nelson Giants for Nick Trathan, who starts in the small forward position. Let's hear from head coach Michael Fitchett.
Mike, obviously Sharks rolling into town, Pledgers last night, big game for them, something that obviously the Giants need to take care of and try to get a win against them.
Yeah, we're looking to get a win. You know, obviously last night's result didn't go our way with the Hawks and Jordan Atai putting a dagger in our season, but you know, every time you wear the Giants jersey, it's a special opportunity to do something good and get a win, so we're going to be coming out and playing as hard as we can.
And with the 2 imports out, anything we can expect from a sort of a younger lineup, seeing the whole group, or what's the plan?
Yeah, hopefully just they play as hard as they did against that Otago Nuggets team a couple of weeks ago, you know. Took a little bit of a dip against Taranaki, although Taranaki played very well and forced us into some stuff, but you know, the energy they brought against the Nuggets a couple of weeks ago, if we can see that again tonight, I'll be pretty proud of the guys.
All right, all the best, eh?
Well, we have a look at the head-to-head, Phil. It hasn't been a pretty end to the season for the Southland Sharks. 5 L's, and the Giants roller coastering their way towards the end of the season, which has had its ups and its downs. Well, we do have two of the top scorers in the competition. One of them not sitting up tonight in Avery Woodson, but Jeremy Kendall we see there with 8.8 assists, 24, nearly 25 points per game. Giants have to stop him tonight if they stand a chance of going out on a high in this season.
Yeah, they definitely do have to take care of Kendall, and I think those 5 L's in a row for the Sharks is not reflective of the team they are, and you know, they've had some pretty close losses, and you know, I'm sure they'll be much better tonight, and no Avery Woodson, so someone from the Giants is going to have to step up big time.
Melanie O'Connor, Sampan and Corey Hogg donning the whistles in this one. As both teams take to the court for the last time in 2023. Always interesting, Phil, when teams come to the end of an unsuccessful season on looking at them and seeing how different you think they'll be next year.
40 minutes of basketball.
Yeah, and you know, it's an interesting one for the Giants because they've got a pretty good core group of local guys that will, you know, more than likely be back next year. It's just, you know, when they come back, what kind of shape they're going to be in and how much extra effort they'll put in the off-season to improve their games and see whether they can take that next step up.
And the young man brings the ball down to the court. We'll go past the biggest man on court, Callum McRae, who I'm sure will be a high priority for the Giants in the off-season to retain his services. It's a mid-season replacement for Kavion Pippin, the big man out of Palmerston North.
Nice work.
Just getting every high five he can, the young fella. Good on him. Going to get one chance.
40 minutes of basketball to go. Are you ready to go, Nelson?
So for the last time from the Trafalgar Centre in 2023, we are about to get underway. Josh Cunningham and Callum McRae. And it's McRae who wins the tip, and the Giants who control the first possession. Who young Alex McNaught. Straight to McRae they go. Certainly has the height advantage and size advantage on Cunningham, and he can't get his left-hand baby hook to go.
And he had a few of those against Taranaki in the last game on Thursday night. Just couldn't get them to go in the first half. I'm sure he'll be trying to rectify that next time.
Braden Inga rips past. Inga round the back to Cunningham. 3-ball up and down. Josh Cunningham gets the scoring started in this one. Here's Dempster. And these locals, England and Tratham in particular, have enjoyed extended minutes in the last couple of weeks with no Woodson and Maker. And Tom Ingham gets the Giants on the board tonight. Anticevic steps into a three, leaves that one short. McRae brings in the rebound, just about takes his point guard out at the same time.
And real obvious here that the Giants were pinching in on any driving lanes for Kendall there. Sam Dempster doing a good job taking away that opportunity.
Here's McNaught, looks to drop it off. The floater, that's short by McRae. The drop-off's a nice one from Kendall to Cunningham.
And once again, Joshua Cunningham rolls on through.
So 5 early points for Josh Cunningham.
Got his first 4 points on the board for the Sharks.
Ingham looking to match him. Back iron, Tratham gets the rebound. McNaught around the McRae screen. And Tom Ingham steps on the sideline.
And every coach's favourite defender, unless you're the offensive team, the sideline.
Got outside the line.
Kendall round McNaught, 2 feet finish. Jeremy Kendall, so composed around the rim. McNaught looking to get him back. That comes off Cunningham's foot. Ingham goes the other way. Dempster trying to slow Cunningham. Gets the finish.
Coach Fitchett's up off his seat. Not impressed with what he's seeing from the Giants at the moment.
Here's McRae again, up high this time. Looks to hand it off to Ingham. Ingham into McRae, nice pass, foul, and Callum McRae will go to the line to shoot 2.
A really nice find here from Tom Ingham, and Callum McRae just getting thumped by the Sharks defender.
Well, the Giants' fate was sealed last night with the Hawks getting the win over the Manawatu Jets. How about the Prince of Porirua, Jordan Ngata, exploding for 47 points?
Yeah, he definitely put on a show last night, and you know, to the point where it became quite hard to watch if you were a Nelson Giants fan. He had a heck of a game.
Couldn't miss, which bodes well for the Hawke's Bay Hawks and the Tall Blacks, of course. And the long list for the Tall Blacks is Jordan Nartai, played over 50 times for his country. Here's Kendall, big challenge for Alex McNaught, looking after Jeremy Kendall tonight. Shakes him off that time, slings the pass over to Inga for three. And McNaught comes down with the rebound. Trathan steps into a three, a little bit long. His first look in his 100th game for his hometown team. Back to Kendall they go. Anticevic sets the screen. Looks to go to work. The pass is a good one to a cutting Inga.
Yeah, a really nice cut from Inga on the weak side, and Anticevic was always looking at that opportunity.
Here's McRae. Gets to his favoured left. He gets it to go. Callum McRae with the baseline spin.
Yeah, nice soft touch from the big fella.
Again, Kendall and Cunningham go for the pick and roll. Wants to go to work. Does Cunningham. Good defense by McRae. Better offense by Cunningham.
Cunningham straight back at McRae.
That's 9 points for Josh Cunningham to start this game. McNaught round the screen. He puts up a floater, leaves it short. Inga comes down with a rebound. Away he goes. Burton to his right. That's Grant Anticevic down low. Signed over in Europe. Just announced at the end of the season. Keeps his pivot, turnaround jumper. Rebounded by Sam Dempster.
I think the Giants got a timeout coming in here on the next stop and play.
McRae looking for someone to hand it off to. Delays his pass to Ingham nicely. Ingham draws some defenders. Trathan steps to the side. Three ball doesn't drop. Wanted the foul, no whistle. And here go the Sharks the other way. Inga fires it over. Trathan did well to get back. It'll be Sharks ball after the Nelson Giants timeout.
Nick Trathan showing a good turn of speed here, just getting back and disrupting this pass from Inga to the corner. Now, Nick Trathan standing at around 6'7", possesses a very good turn of speed. I've seen him intercept a rugby ball on a try line and run the length of the field. No one could catch him.
You know it.
So defensive intensity, defensive positioning probably front of mind for Mike Fitchett after the first 5 minutes. Phil?
Yeah, I think so. The Sharks, it's quite evident that the Sharks want to get out and run any opportunity they can. You probably see that McRae lacks a little bit of foot speed compared to the rest of the guys that they have on their team. So trying to push the pace and make him a non-factor. But I think the Giants have probably got to continue to go to McRae, because he should be a real focal point for them on the offensive end, because he can create through. He's a good passer, good finisher at the basket, and get their bigs into foul trouble.
Ingham remains on the bench after the timeout, and Tyler Marsh gets his first minutes. Starting 5 stays out there for the Southland Sharks.
I was really impressed with the offensive output from Tom Ingham in the last game. I thought it was probably one of his better games for the season.
A lot of Jeremy Kendall fans here in Nelson, as you just saw. I believe his wife's from Nelson.
She is, Nadia Hilkema.
Yeah. McNaught swings it over to Trathan. McRae with positioning, wants the ball, gets it. Looks to hand it off. Oh, Trathan misses the layup after the nice cut. Cunningham, 3 ball, leaves it short. Oh, McNaught lays out. It's probably going to end up in Tyler Marsh's hands. Instead, the Sharks get it back again. Here's Jeremy Kendall. 7 on the shot clock. Marsh does really well to stay in front of him. McNaught gets a hand to the Burton three.
The Giants getting away with a few good looks from the Sharks here, not quite knocking them down.
Fake handoff from Trathan. Layup doesn't go. He goes Anticevic the other way. He's got Inga to his right. Drops it back to Kendall. Kendall puts it on the floor. Drives at Trathan, finishes. Pretty stuff from Jeremy Kendall.
Gets inside the paint.
I love the way Kendall just jogs back, looking like he's got zero speed or athleticism, but you know, he gets the ball in his hand, he changes into a different beast.
Marsh just about gets that pass. Straightens the three ball. Tyler Marsh.
What a shot.
3.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. 17-9 lead to the Sharks as Cunningham goes to work on Sam Dempster. Dempster comes away with the win on that possession. McNaught just skids around his own player and then dashes through a couple of Sharks. Alex McNaught.
Great job by McNaught getting all the way to the basket.
The hoop to harm at the other end for Josh Cunningham, and he'll go to the TAB to shoot one.
Cunningham just playing a bit of bully ball here. He just fakes the handoff and straight into McRae. Finishes a tough basket over McRae's long arm. And I think he may be a little bit gassed, Cunningham. He's just yelling out to Coach Guy Malloy, give me a sub, and Malloy just ignored him.
He's got 11 on the Sharks, 19 points, make it 12. And he gets that sub as Alex Pledger comes onto the court in his last ever game of basketball.
And Alex Pledger checking in for the Southland Sharks.
Great positioning from McRae. And he gets there to go after a nice find from McNaught.
McRae's looking at Pledger going, well, this is the guy more my size. Feeling slightly more comfortable about having to guard Pledger.
Two pretty big Kiwis out on the floor right there. One of them with 80 Tall Blacks caps to his name. The other one hoping to get there one day. McNaught puts on the Jets in among the tall timber. Anticevic almost pops the ball with his left hand. It will be Giants possession as Tyson Ailopatia and Caslo Evans Jr. come off the bench.
Caslo Evans Jr. and Tyson Ailopatia coming on for the NBS Nelson Giants. Also Riley Benjamin on court.
Here's Caslo Evans Jr. Oh, Tyler Marsh wide open lane up with his left and finishes off the glass.
Straight to underneath.
A little bit hard to see what was going on there. Coach Fitchett standing right in the way.
Good hard show from McRae into Pledger. The Sharks look. Here's Sione Helu off the bench. Three ball goes. His first look gets it to drop.
It's his second. 2 in a row for Helu. Knocked one down just last possession.
Sharpshooter out of Wellington, formerly of the Saints. Well, went Sharks, Saints, and then back to the Sharks. As Tyson Ailopatia gets his floater to go.
And Tyson possesses a lovely float game and just showing an example of it there.
Off the leg of Caslo Evans Jr. His father, Caslo Evans, a long time in the NBL.
And Pete Hall now coming on for the
He is on duty as game commissioner tonight.
He is, sitting right next to us.
Sitting right next to us, actually. Another of the long line of father-sons in the South NBL. Might see another one tonight with Hayden Jones on the bench for the Giants. Here's Kendall. Evans Jr. on him. Trying everything as Jeremy Kendall gets the pass out to Helu. Can he make it 3 in a row? Pledger with the rebound. Up with his right. Leaves it short. Tyler Marsh eventually brings it down. Great pass. McRae just about gets it and throws it off the legs of Pledger.
McRae tiptoeing along the baseline, trying to not step out of bounds. Smart move, throws it at Pledge's legs. Maybe suggesting he might have got a little bit of a push.
He takes a seat as Sam Dempsey comes back into the game. Here is the Giants captain. High choke from Pleasure. Ariel Patia. Thought about the three, instead puts it on the ground. Up on Helu, high off the glass. Ben Hall comes down with a rebound.
Defense, defense, defense.
Kendall pins his ears back, drive down the lane. Evans Jr. with the steal. Riley Benson in the open court.
Finishes with a nice little left hand. Great job by Evans Jr.
They're really trying to deny Jeremy Kendall when he doesn't have the ball by the Giants.
And Kendall does such a good job of not giving up his dribble. You know, he's always surveying. You see Tyler Marsh just grabbing hold of Kendall. Kendall getting a little bit frustrated with the contact.
Keeps his dribble, as you say, Phil. Gets himself into a dangerous position.
Yeah, he's a master of just being able to keep the dribble alive and have his head up, see what's happening in front of him, and takes every scoring opportunity, but he's also a very good distributor of the basketball as well.
Last 10 seconds of the first quarter.
10 to go in this first period. Kendall surveys, drives at Evans, who fouls him.
And a smart foul. Giants are only on their third team foul, so they've got another one to give this quarter, and I'd say that they'll probably use it just to soak up some time for the Sharks.
Pledger pulls up long, 2-point range, can't get it to go, and will have a full court prayer that doesn't get answered, and that'll do us for the first quarter of action. 26-19, the Southland Sharks lead on the back of a 12-point first quarter from Josh Cunningham. Second quarter coming up after the break here on Sky Sport.
So we have our two contestants, ladies and gentlemen. Have a round of applause for Ricky and Luca. So tonight, Ricky is going to be shooting for Clinical House. Luca is going to be shooting for Safeguarding Children. It's 1 point from under the basket. It's 2 from outside the key hole, and it's 3 from the three-point line. The one that gets the most is going to walk away with $1,000 for their charity, and you've got 45 seconds to do it. Go! Here we go. 3 shots up. Underneath the basketball, I think you got one. Moves out for another. Rookie still under the first. There it is. He's got 2. And of course, our Moppets will be keeping score of the points. 45 seconds. It runs down very quickly. Lucas screaming out to the side of the key hole, rolls over the top. Ricky gets a weak flick. Here it is. 6. Boom. There it is. 15 seconds to go. Countdown is on. Here it is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bang! 45 seconds. What do we got? 13 points down here. 15 down here. Luca, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Safeguarding Children gets $1,000 cash, but inside that.
Welcome back to the Trafalgar Centre, second quarter, just moments away.
$100 in cash as well.
See the Jeremy Kendall zone right in front of you with signs and balloons.
And making it happen in every home game.
Make sure you pick up your Not a Pizza or your 5 Boroughs Pizza from Sal's Authentic New York Pizza with the online code BLOCK, valid until Wednesday. Last one of the regular season.
Here we go, 26-19.
And the last game of the regular season here in the top of the South. And for both these teams, neither of whom are playoff bound.
Defense. Defense.
Here's Kendall. Great pass into Cunningham, and he starts the second just as he started the first.
You gotta love a big man that sets a screen up high and just dives straight to the front of the rim, makes himself nice and big, gets a 2-foot layup.
Oh, Evans Jr. No one thought that pass was coming. At least a little Tom Ingham. And results in a turnover. Helu, ball on a string and the finish. Johnny Helu.
And it's there for Scott.
A lovely little crossover from Helu there.
Benjamin hands it off to Lopatia, gets it straight back, thought about the three. Fires it over, Evans Jr. from the corner, and the three ball's good for Caslow.
A really nice job from Benjamin there. A little up fake, one dribble, dragged in the defense and found the wide open shooter, and Evans Jr. knocks it down.
Ingham sticking to Kendall. Oh, screen from Cunningham, a good one too. Kendall was right in among four Giants. And that's come off Evans' hand, so Sharks ball.
The Giants really trying to make it tough for Kendall to get the ball.
Great pass from Kendall this time. Cunningham puts the exclamation point on the play.
Cunningham is just having a feast down there at the moment.
Well, Sharks have come to play, Phil, knowing their season's over, knowing a little bit earlier than the Giants. Lopatia crossover, flies over to Ingham. Step back, long two, toe on the line, doesn't go. Cunningham grabs in the rebound, stolen almost, but the Sharks come away with it. Kendall, there's Inga from the wing, rebounded by Dempster. Lopatia. Ingham for three from the corner, doesn't go. Cunningham with the board. Giants struggling to get the ball through the hoop at the moment, Phil.
Yeah, just taking good shots. You know, there was a good shot from Ingham, just not knocking it down.
Trying to shake the pressure. Again, he drops it in a short roll to Cunningham. This time he steps back, puts up the jumper. Josh Cunningham is on fire here at the Trafalgar Centre.
Is he chasing a 47-point game as well?
He's got 16. There's 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. As Caslow Evans Jr. steps on the baseline. Chafin and McRae come back in for the Giants. Alonzo Burton and Cowie for the Sharks. And Alex North also back onto the court for the home team.
Cowie on for the Sharks.
Cowie has to bring the ball out under pressure from McNaught. Finds himself a three ball, Tom Cowie, and drains it.
And a scout from the Giants says go under, and they went under twice, and Cowie's like, well, I'll just take the wide open three, knocks it down.
He drains that local Southland out of the James Hargis College. Cargill, Ingham stops, great cut from McNaught, and the finish, nice find, Tom Ingham. Here's Inga, quick first step, realised McRae was in front of him, and finishes.
Just a little bit too easy at the moment for the Sharks.
They've reached to 39 points early in this second quarter. McNaught round at McRae's screen. Looks to drop it off to his big man. Kick ball, I think they call, off Cowie's foot. So Giants possession from the baseline.
Much to the Sharks coach's disgust.
Yeah. Trayton looking to get open. There's Ingham round the McRae screen, looking to drop it in. Again, it's come off a shot. So Giants possession.
1.9 seconds on the shot clock. Not a lot of time to get a shot up.
McRae's going to have to put up the three ball, the big man. Rebound, though, by Tom Ingham, so the Giants get another go at it. 14 seconds.
And the game clock hasn't started by the looks of it.
Referee Corey Hogg just Making sure that the clocks are in order. 10 on the shot clock. Five on the shot clock. McNaught looking to drop it in to McRae. Up with the left. Rattles around and drops to Callum McRae. 8 points for the big man.
Giants having to work really hard to get a shot up at the moment. The Sharks do a good job defensively.
Smart heads-up play from Braden Inga. Just threw that off the legs to Sam Dempster. So the Sharks were going in after the Burton miss. Working hard, Inga, to get a chance at that rebound. And he's rewarded. Turns the corner, does Alonzo Burton, fires it back. Cunningham wide open lane. Who's going to stop him? Callum McRae is for the block. And Dempster comes away with the ball. Dempster for three. Rebounded by Ingham. Here's McNaught into the lane, high off the glass. Pretty stuff, Alex McNaught.
And really nice job by McRae there, making himself big and good screen. McNaught using it well.
Cowie's three doesn't go. Tratham comes down with the board.
One thing that's keeping the Giants in this game is just their offensive rebound. They're picking up a few extra possessions.
McNaught fires it over Tratham, but not before he was fouled. Foul called on Ben Hall. Cowie and Inga take a break, and then Tisovich and Kendall come back on for the Sharks.
Grant and Tisovich and Jeremy Kendall coming back on for the Southland Sharks.
McRae up top again, hands it off to Ingham. Good hand from Cunningham. 3 on the shot clock. Southland Sharks possession. Turnover from the Nelson Giants.
Tough one there for Ingham. A little bit of contact on Cunningham stepping out and went to regather it and bounced it off his size 13 shoe.
It's Alonzo Burton dropping into Anticevich. Cunningham. Hall in the corner.
Nice ball movement.
In and out. Rebounded by Dempster.
Shot was up from people, but not through.
And here's Dempster, thought about the three instead. Hands it back to McNaught. Probing and finishing again. Alex McNaught showing great patience in the painted area.
Tough finish by McNaught.
A block from behind by Tratham, but it's a foul. So Alonzo Burton will go to the line to shoot 2.
Tough one for Tratham here. I thought he got a lot of ball, but maybe just got him on the back of the head. Ooh.
This guy Malloy, who has been in and out with the Sharks this season, taking a bit of time to go and coach the Tall Ferns. Andrew Wheeler on the left of your screen, taking over in his absence. McNaught around the McRae screen. Oh, threw that up. So Callum McRae thinking he might have been 10 foot tall, not 7.
That's right,
Maybe got a bit of contact. Timeout called, this time by the Southland Sharks. And they talk it over, they have an 11-point lead, just under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Well, the Giants have done a good job of keeping Jeremy Kendall quiet from a scoring point of view. He's averaging nearly 25 points on the season. He's just got 4 so far, but Kendall's done a great job in finding Josh Cunningham, who has 18 in this first half, Phil.
Yeah, and Kendall's that type of player, right? He attracts so much attention, defensive attention, that he's able to find players. He's a quality passer, and Cunningham is just dining out on the passes from Kendall at the moment, and the Giants will be definitely talking about that, but they see Kendall as their main scorer, so if they can limit his output, then maybe they can come up with a win. But the sign of a quality team is other players will step up and score when they get chances.
Oh, Wallace. Look within the stands, and we'll be watching the corporate tables too. I want full efforts. Tracy Bennett bringing 13. Good job, nicely done.
The Giants have had a few decent looks in the second quarter. They just haven't gone down. That's something that they'll probably be talking about as well, is taking their shots and making sure they're not getting shy about that, because at some point they'll probably start knocking a few down.
It's not gone from a wave to a ripple. A good effort.
We're back underway, just under 4 minutes to go in the first half.
See a bit of pressure here from the Giants.
Defense.
Anticevic for three. Doesn't go. Dempster brings down the rebound. Rebound number 5 for Sammy D, yet to score. That ball just lost by McRae, and Cunningham comes down with it. Kendall. And there's Cunningham. Smith. Fast break from the Sharks.
Yeah, nice passing there by the Sharks. And Cunningham, again, Johnny on the spot, picking up an easy 2 points.
Cray puts the ball on the floor. It's back down again. The ball drops long way down to go and grab it as well.
That ball almost looked like it ran out of the ear. It just stopped bouncing.
McGray looking for Anticevic, but he didn't anticipate it very well. I think just a wet patch on the floor. So the young fella's called out to mop it up. You're allowed to say it was a good joke, Phil.
I'm really disappointed in myself. I had quite a small laugh at that.
Back underway, Giants in possession. Here's McNaught. Have to work hard for their buckets tonight. The Giants, Dempster, three. High off the back iron, rebounded by Cunningham. 2 rebounds to go with his 20 points in this first half. He's going to look to add to it. He's going to look to make it 23. He is going to make it 23. Josh Cunningham.
Superb job from our Celtic tight band drummers once again tonight.
He's the only player in the game in double digits, and he's got 23 points. McRae fouled heavily by Alonzo Burton. So he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
He quickly puts his hands up and says, "I'm sorry," because you're 7 foot tall and quite scary.
Second time or third time they've found McRae in that position, right under the hoop.
Alonzo Burton is possibly one of the nicest guys in the Sal's NBL.
Absolutely is. Join the TAB, deposit $10, get your free $50 bonus bet. Official stats partner of the South's NBL. A big coup for Southland basketball. Alonzo been part of the Sharks for a while, but has recently relocated full-time to Invercargill, so available to help out and coach and the next generation of basketballers from Southland. Anticevic here is Alonzo Burton. Turns down the 3, passes it over to Anticevic. Cunningham, why not? That one doesn't go, rebounded by McRae. Dempster looks to hand it off to Caslow Evans Jr. Here's McRae again, looking for someone to hand it off to, finds Ingham. Step back from the top of the key, rebounded by Anticevic. Kendall around the Cunningham screen, looking to get himself going with a 3 ball. McRae brings it in. Minute 35 to go in this first half. A look for McRae, but
it's that man again. Cunningham comes up with a steal.
And here's Julio Lasonge into the game for the first time. Cunningham again. Blocked by Dempster. McNaught. McRae wants it, gets it. And that's an easy bucket for Callum McRae. Timeout call by the Southland Sharks.
Southland Sharks, 1 minute to go
They're keeping the Giants at arm's length.
in the first half.
You see Josh Cunningham blocked by Sam Dempster, wanted the foul, no whistle. Giants went down the other end and scored through Callum McRae, but they still trail by 12. Just unable to make inroads into that double-digit lead, Phil.
Yeah, well, the Giants do they do a good job of sort of getting themselves back into it, and then they turn the ball over a couple of times, and the Sharks get a run out and a couple of easy layups, and you know, Cunningham's just having a field day, inside and out, doing a really good job.
9 turnovers for the Nelson Giants, just 2 from Southland Sharks.
So doing a good job of looking after the basketball and you know, shooting at a good clip as well.
11 points from turnovers. The Sharks have got just 2 for the Giants, so that's a large part of that 12-point difference. An interesting pleasure on the right side of your screen, Phil. We've just seen a couple of minutes, and he's mentioned in the week when he announced his retirement that his body just won't let him do it anymore.
Yeah, I was talking to him before the game, and he says it's just, you know, obviously the health issues that he'd had and he's recovered from, and you know, feeling good about those sorts of things. The body's just not able to get that high level. Nice steal by the Giants. You know, used to that high level of play again.
Great pressure from the Giants, and Dempster was already thinking about the 3-ball, I think, when the pass came his way. And they kept possession. Here's McNaught. He will shoot the 3. And he'll drain it out. It's McNaught. A bit of pressure as the Giants trying to get themselves going at the end of this quarter off a big melon of Callum McRae. And the steal for the Giants. Hayden Jones into the game now as McNaught drops it to McRae. Out of bound off Anticevic. Giants possession.
Yeah, and that pass had to go to the corner. You know, Evans Jr. was wide open, it just gets deflected.
Here is Evans Jr. Back to McRae. Dempster. Gets Anticevic to bite. Fade away from Sam Dempster. Yet to score, the Giants captain. 5 seconds to go in this first half. Kendall steps into the lane, doesn't get it to go, and that'll do it. So the Giants do just get back into a 1-digit deficit at half-time, 46-37. The Sharks lead the Giants at half-time. Josh Cunningham doing the damage for the visiting team with 23 points in the first half, and he's with Phil Jones.
Josh, big first half from you. Obviously, seeing the bucket like a big hula hoop up there. What did you guys talk about before the game?
Just being aggressive, you know, just trying to set multiple screens and just get everybody up and share the ball. And we'll come out victorious. We got to play hard on defense.
Second half, much of the same, you think?
Yeah, for sure. We kind of got lackadaisical at the end. We got to fix it, and we'll be all right.
Well done. Good to see.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Big Josh looking for another 23 in the second half. We'll bring some stats to you on the other side of this break here on the home of sport, Sky Sport.
I'll be performing 3 wahata and a haka for you tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause.
They went to Six Flags. I saw it. Did you? 36 degrees. Damn. Six Flags to watch the 70 times. How many? 70. Alex? Yeah.
70-time Tour Black, 4-time Aussie NBL champ, 2-time New Zealand NBL champ, New Zealand MVP. Cunning is on 23. Welcome back to Sky Sports coverage of the Souths NBL and the last home game for the Nelson Giants, the last game of the regular season for both these teams, and it's the Southland Sharks who lead at halftime 46-37. Hugh Baden here along with Phil Jones as Mike Fitchett talks it through with his NBS Nelson Giants for the last time this season at halftime.
Yeah, I think the Giants have done not a bad job of containing Jeremy Kendall, but that man there on the screen, Josh Cunningham, has just gotten away on them with 23 points. Rebounds, McRae's doing a good job. Dempster always in the rebounding stats. Sharks got them pretty spread as well. Kendall showing his ability to share the basketball when he's not scoring the ball, and he's done a good job of that in the first half. And a couple of blocks from the Giants.
The positive for the home team, Alex McNaught with 11 points and 4 assists, looking dangerous when he gets 2 feet in the paint.
Yeah, he's done a good job of that, really been patient, and something similar to Kendall, just not giving up his dribble too soon and seeing what develops in front of them. And finished with a couple of really old-school, nice hook shots. One of them, I think, McRae thought he was going to shoot it, and he hook shot it out of the stadium almost. But, apart from that, he's had a really good, solid first half for the Giants.
Well, the Giants need to solve their Joshua Cunningham problem in this first half. As we see the Hampden Street School Kapahaka group entertaining us here at halftime at Trafalgar Centre. We'll be back with the third quarter after this break on Sky Sport. The Sharks lead the Giants 46-37.
Will and Adam said they were going to swing by and steal some pizza at half time. Oh, really? Yeah. So that was bullshit. How long we got? 2 months. 2 minutes. That's it. A bit closer when it started ringing. It was on loud the whole time. I was sitting down there and it started ringing. week ago.
Yeah.
What's that?
Other tournaments in like 2 weeks.
Which one? It's not the end of this week.
It's
And the next week.
28th, 30th or something.
And then Hammer, I get home from Hammer on the night of the 28th.
Yeah.
So then I'll be there. So.
Welcome back to the Trafalgar Centre. The halftime entertainment still going on here from Hamden Street Kapahaka Group, and wonderful it is too. The third quarter just a few minutes away, Phil. And we talked at halftime what the message from the Giants would be. What do you think Guy Malloy has told his Sharks side?
Oh, he'll be asking for much of the same, I would say. You know, they played with good pace, you know, put pressure on the rim, shared the basketball nicely. They did a really good job of, you know, getting a few, being disruptive on the defensive end, picking up a few steals. Josh Cunningham picking up 4 steals himself. So, yeah, he'll be asking for the same again.
Well, the players just enjoying the halftime entertainment too here. Ready to get on the court and warm up. 23 points, as you mentioned, Josh Cunningham. Connor McRae, 12 and 5. He's had to work very hard for that 12 points, though, hasn't he?
He has, and for the majority of the game, he's been guarded by Josh Cunningham as well. So Cunningham doing a good job on both ends of the court.
Warm round of applause for our young performers. As our slightly older ones come back on after their halftime team talk. Look through some of those stats, Phil. The rebounding count pretty similar, 18 to the Giants, 16 to the Sharks, 9 apiece in assists, 5 steals to 4 in favour of the Sharks. Those turnovers, 9 to 4. As we see the history of the Nelson Giants on your screen. Mr. Victoria's number 14, the latest to go up. We talk about jersey retirements. Alex Pledge just went up at ILT Stadium Southland just a week ago.
Yeah, completely caught by surprise too. I was chatting to him before the game and said, oh, nice to be recognised by the Sharks organisation the way they did. And he said, yeah, it was really cool and something that was completely unexpected.
His dad is here tonight. And I was talking to Chief before the game. He said, look, I need to come and said to him, look, we'll probably interview you after the game. He goes, I need to come and do that before I see my dad, because my dad is already crying today, let alone at the end of his last ever game. So he goes, if I see him, it'll set me off too before I come and see you guys. So I'll make sure we get to Chief before we get to he sees his dad. Just saw Finn Delaney in the crowd there as well, Phil.
Yeah, he obviously Nelson local and
big news this week for Finn Delaney, re-signing with the New Zealand Breakers.
Yeah, that's great. You know, great to have him back here in New Zealand and playing, you know, for a New Zealand club in the Breakers. And you know, he's been a big staple diet of the Aussie NBL for a long time, and obviously spent some time over in Europe playing for a German team which won a championship.
Very successful German team, Bonn. Yep.
So it's
won
nice
the Basketball Champions League and went nearly all the way in the German league.
Yeah, so it's nice to see him back on New Zealand soil and showing his craft to all the New Zealand people.
Also in the crowd tonight, the Nelson Under-17 team, who won the national champs last Friday. So they'll be recognised after the game on court. 3 of their team in that huddle right there. Special week we were lucky enough to be a part of. The first age grade championship for Nelson in 23 years.
Since 2001, which
22 years, to get my maths right.
Mike Fitchett was involved in, Mick Picona.
20 minutes of basketball to come.
So we get go the Night Riders call from Tyler Marsh, our local club team here.
So third quarter about to get underway. Sam Dempster will be looking to get on the scoreboard in this game. Just 5 rebounds to his name. He's averaging 12 points and 8 rebounds. An alert to be aggressive early. Here's Trathan after the nice find from Dempster, and the Giants get the first 2 points of this second half.
And a set play, the Giants run quite often out of timeouts or quarter breaks, and let's get a backdoor for Nick Trayton.
So a 7-point game. The last half of basketball for these two teams in 2023. Inga, 3-ball doesn't go. McNaught comes in, grabs the rebound.
Yeah, much better defensive effort there from the Giants, forcing the Sharks into a tough shot.
Trayton trying to find a bit of space. Now it's Ingham's turn. Drives at Cunningham. Fires it out to Dempster. 3 on the shot clock. McRae, there's that spin. And the finish, the foul too. So Callum McRae goes to TME for one more.
McRae, just good patience by the Giants. Probably had a couple of opportunities to shoot the ball, but got it down low to McRae. Big drop step, and he's got that silky smooth touch, finishing with his left hand at the rim. And those shots are some of the toughest shots in basketball. That sort of 5 to 6 foot push shot.
And one.
Gets it to go, McRae. Rumours abound that he intends to stay in Nelson for a month or two after the season and continue his return to full fitness and playing shape after the surprise call-up mid-season. Kendall, floater, leaves it short. Dempsey comes down with a bit of life in this Trafalgar Centre crowd as the Giants are within 4. McNaught driving, Dempster, this will get the crowd going if it drops. It doesn't. McRae in there for the rebound. Nelson Giants possession.
McRae doing a good job there, crashing the boards. Yeah, I think, you know, for McRae and his development, there's no better place for him to be. You know, he's got Coach Fitchett around him. They've got a really good fitness program, and, you know, that's something that's going to help him improve his game.
McNaught looking to get it in, gets it to Trayton. Trayton's been scoring well for the Giants in the last couple of weeks. He's a little reluctant to pull the trigger at the moment. As again, McRae's fouled, and he gets it to go. Although back to the TAB for another and one opportunity.
And really good patience by McNaught there, just knowing that he was always going to pass the ball to McRae, just waiting for the defense to bite, and drops it off. And McRae, he kind of, the call came quite late. Josh Cunningham was like, oh, was that a foul? Yes, Josh, that was a foul.
Converts the M1 opportunity again.
All of a sudden, we've got a 1-point ball game.
8-0 start to the second half for the Nelson Giants. If anyone's going to arrest that, it's going to be Jeremy Kendall. Fires it over to Alonzo Burton. Here's Anticevich. Going to work on Trayton and finishing nicely.
Anticevich is a quality player. The ability to shoot the ball well and put the ball on the floor.
Gosh, NBL. There's Jeremy Kendall. Oh, that pass just through the outstretched hands of Tom Ingham. Just a little wayward.
Luckily, the corporate table was watching the game. Otherwise, it could have got a bit messy over there.
Kendall around the half-court screen, loses the handle. Trayton dives on it. Inga does pick it up. Oh, Dips almost with the steal. Here's Cunningham driving at McRae, finishing. Tough finish, Josh Cunningham.
Nick Trayton, surprisingly, he wasn't out of bounds. He looked like he had a hand out of bounds when he had his hand on the ball.
Trayton off the curl. Here's Ingham waiting for a McRae screen. 6 on the shot clock. Ingham to the hoop, blocks by Burton. Anticevich goes the other way. Here's Kendall. Inga straight through Sam Dempster. No whistle. Basket counts.
Giants coaching staff just asking for a charge. Give them a bit of contact.
Dempster turns down the 3. Cunningham try to keep McRae away from the basket. Trayton won't turn that one down. And they'll drain it. Trayton for 3.
And again, McRae showing his ability to see the floor, and nice pass to Trayton, knocks it down.
Cunningham hands it off. Kendall, good hand from McNaught. The 3-ball goes from Jeremy Kendall.
Well, that's tough defense, just better offense. Kendall knocks it down.
55-48 to the Sharks. Dempster. McNaught was looking for McRae and Cunningham took it away. Kendall, beautiful pass to Inga, who can't do the rest, and Tratham brings it down.
The pace of the game's definitely picked up. And,
There's McRae. He just waits to feel some contact on his back before he spins. Wanted the foul there. No whistle from referee Corey Hogg. Kendall fires it, and what a pass to Cunningham, who does the rest.
like a wide receiver,
Yeah, it was like a
great catch.
Bullet pass from a quarterback to a wide receiver. Big bump, oh, steal there from Cunningham, who just strips it from Callum McRae. Here's Cunningham. Goes at McRae's fouled, and will go to the line to shoot 2. Second foul on McRae, as we see the replay of Josh Cunningham's steal.
Oh, it's just good hands, just clip the ball and roll it off his legs. The Sharks did a really good job of just weathering that Giants storm. You know, the Giants got off to a real fast start in the third quarter and caught up 1 point, and now we'll see the Sharks push out to 9.
Maybe 10 everyone here gets a free slice of souls. Let's make some noise.
Maybe 10, or maybe a free slice of pizza for everyone in the crowd. No pizza, not this time.
I'd say that'll be the first blemish on the scorecard for Josh Cunningham, not making both free throws.
10-point lead to the Sharks. Here's Tom Ingham. They're looking to go around a McRae screen. Pulls up from the elbow. Gets it to go. Tom Ingham.
Tom Ingham, sponsored by Greenfield. Pops up at 2.
Big screen from Cunningham. 3-ball for Kendall. Short. Rebound Dempster. 7 for Sammy D. McNaught runs downhill. Jeremy Kendall may feel a little hard done by. He read that move perfectly.
He did. He caught the McNaught in and out here, and just knew that he was going to reject the screen and stood his ground, maybe just moving a little bit sideways.
Probably about a second or a millisecond away from getting it bang on. Instead, cool for the blocking foul. Ben Hall back into the game for the Sharks. This is Sione Helu. Here's McNaught. Dempster wants it. Dempster gets it. 3-ball from the wing. Down he goes. Sam Dempster finally on the scoreboard.
And Sammy D's not going to miss too many given that opportunity.
Kendall around the Cunningham screen. McNaught sticks with him around the back. Smart pass to Cunningham. Drains the 3. Josh Cunningham, 31. Why not?
Joshua Cunningham once again.
Tratham Nola pass to McRae. Gets it back. Dempster wants it. Wants to go to work on Sione Helu. Steps through. Takes some contact. McRae, big rebound. Misses the second opportunity though. McNaught battling to stay in front of Kendall. That's a professional move from Jeremy Kendall.
Yeah, tough scorer, Jeremy Kendall.
McNaught driving, looking to hand it off. Ingham falling away from the basket, rolls around and doesn't drop.
The difficulty factor in that shot definitely increased as Ingham faded about 3 meters.
Kendall fires it over to Helu. McNaught forces the turnover. He wants a sub, does McNaught, moving a bit gingerly. McRae running the lane, fouled. Basket doesn't go, so we'll go to the line to shoot 2. So we have 3 subs here for the Giants. Castle Evans Jr., Riley Benson and Hayden Jones. So you see here the big man galloping down the lane, fouled by Ben Hall.
You see a lot of hands on knees for the Giants. You know, this 5 have been out on the court for basically 7 minutes of the game. That's a long time to play in a game of basketball, especially at the pace they've been playing.
Guy Lloyd's talking to Jeremy Kendall. This is Andrew Wheeler. As McRae makes them both from the line. Hello in the corner. Here's Cunningham. Looks to go to work on McRae. Doesn't drop for Josh Cunningham. Castle Evans Jr. fires it over to Dempster. Inside it goes to McRae. Looking to get to his left. Gets the rebound. Will go again. Gets the rebound, does he? No, it'll be Sharks' possession.
Tough one for McRae. Point blank, missed a couple. Just losing the handle as he was going up to shoot it. See the second attempt here. That's a tough one there for the Giants to handle.
See McRae's reaction to the call. Kendall waiting for the Cunningham screen. 3 ball. Drains it. Jeremy Kendall, you cannot give him an inch of space.
Yeah, just too much space there from the Giants coming off that on ball.
Hayden Jones wants it, gets it. Drops it into McRae. There's that spin, there's the finish, there's the foul.
McRae's probably thinking that that's no different to the last 5 times I've been down on the post, and the same kind of move I've made, and a little bit of contact. You see here, nice little dribble to the middle, drop step, and a bit of a bump. That's probably even less contact than he's had in the last few positions, which makes it a little bit tough for a offensive player and even a defensive player to play when you're not sure what's gonna or how things are gonna be called.
Converts another and 1, gets a well-earned rest as Callum McRae. Long stint of basketball for the big man. Full court pressure. Here's Sione Helu looking to beat the trap, looking to drop it off, all pinballing around in there. Ben Hall somehow gets it to drop. So no imports for the Giants tonight. Ernie Kerr hasn't seen much court time this year. Here's Hayden Jones, who captained that Nelson under-17 team and won MVP at the Nationals last week. Helu bumps off Dempster.
There's definitely a bit of contact there. I'm not sure what the Sharks are complaining about.
Guy Malloy up off the bench, but we had a good angle on that one. Definitely stepped into him, did young Sione.
Just as he steps through, Dempster just old chest out. Little chest bump.
See on Friday night in Wellington.
Usually you have that type of celebration after you've scored.
So Dempster to the line. Rattles his first one in.
Two for 2, Sam Dempster, individual player sponsor Rockcast. Pulls it back to 8 points. Less than a minute. And the 13.
Kendall up against Hayden Jones, and we have a foul there off the ball. Ernie Kerr.
Not a bad foul from the Giants here. They've still got a couple to give before they're in the bonus. So
hard show from Kerr and Kendall. Kerr and Cunningham bashing into each other as Jeremy Kendall says, you guys do what you want, I'll drain another 3 ball. Mike Fitchick confident it was a 2 pointer. Rule to 3. Evans Jr. deep 3. Ernie Kerr with the rebound. Kicks the foul. Will go to the line to shoot 2.
No, I don't mind that from Evans Jr. Getting it up there, and Ernie Kerr doing a good job crashing the boards. Just see a little bit of contact there. And a bit frustrated himself for not making that that layup. A little bit strong on that one, Ernie Kerr.
Makes the second free throw to Ernest Kerr. Come man out of Haast. Went to Rotorua Boys High. Kendall shakes off the screen. Wants to go one-on-one with 7 seconds to go in the quarter. Pulls up. What a pass to Cunningham. Great defense. Jones and Dempster. Shot has to go up. Do us for 3/4 time. The Sharks, after a great start from the Giants, have kept their 10-point lead, kept their composure, and will go into the fourth quarter with a double-digit lead. We'll bring you that fourth quarter after the break here on Sky Sport.
Hey, congrats on the 17th still. I saw the boys outside. Good for South Islands then. The boys stepped up. The Miami boys stepped up and all. Yeah, that was awesome. Johnson was outstanding. They shut down Hayes, so they had to, didn't they? They all play
25 seconds gone. Just 10 seconds to go.
I think he wants
Jeff's going back to the fourth. Lee's got third. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lock shot, Jeff, go! Ah, there you go, ladies and gentlemen, Lisa Jeff. We're going to count that one. I didn't see that. Yeah. Have a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The Cyrus Pizza Steel record time for sales. Sponsor of the NBL for 2023 once again. You have tried their pizza. Yeah, crazy. It's so good.
Welcome back to Nelson. We've got a 10-point game with the Sharks leading the Giants 71-61. And Coach Fitchett probably talking to his team about what they did well in that quarter and making sure that they do try and do something similar, and just trying to. Kendall seems to have got himself let loose a little bit and had a pretty big quarter, knocking down a few threes in that one.
15 points for Jeremy Kendall now. Josh Cunningham on 31 for the Giants. Callum McRae leading the way with 23. Alex McNaught on 11. So we see the Jeremy Kendall fan club.
That's the Hilkema family, I think. I'm pretty sure I saw Nadia sitting there with Jeremy's wife.
Must be pretty cool when you go on the road to somewhere where you do have a base of fans, family. It's the Sharks fit to get going with a 3 ball. They do. Right, Anticevic. The assist for Kendall.
Anticevic.
It's a young team out there for the Giants, barring Sam Dempster. Kerr, Marsh, Evans Jr., Benjamin. Evans Jr. blocked hard by Grant Anticevic. Anticevic want to go back to back. He does just that. Anticevic.
That's something he can do very well, is knock down the 3 ball. A little bit quiet in the first half, but second half got going.
Dempster driving. finding Benson, 3 ball, goes, Riley Benson from beyond the arc.
Sharks hunting.
Kendall driving, stepping, fouled by Evans Jr.
It's tough for the Giants guards when the bigs, and probably the bigs need to be a little bit more aggressive and force Kendall away from the basket. If he gets any sort of sniff of turning the corner or coming off an on-ball screen, he's very hard to get back in front of. Got a really nice change of speed and ability to get to the hoop.
When it's 2 in a row, we get pizza. Make some noise, Nelson!
Knocks down the first.
Hear the rumble.
Tuatara against Saints coming up after this one at 6 o'clock, and then the final 6 live from Tamaki Makaurau. It's underway later this week. Here's Dempster, who has put in another shift this season for the Nelson Giants. Puts up a 3 ball, doesn't get it to go, rebounded by Inga. Kendall, swift handles, nice pass fake, Anticevic. That one doesn't go, great rebound, Braden Inga. Cunningham drains another one, Josh Cunningham.
Raining threes right now for the Sharks.
Up to 34, and the lead extends to 18. And a pretty quiet Trafalgar Centre right now, Phil.
Yeah, well, the Sharks definitely taking the noise out of the crowd, that's for sure, with those 3 threes. And Cunningham is having a field day at the moment. He's doing a little bit of everything. Knocking down the 3 ball, getting to the hoop. Playing some seriously good defense as well.
I want to see dance like this guy, right? Dance like this guy. If you're not dancing like him, chances are you'll get one of these. That's who we're looking for, Moppets. We're looking for dancers like this guy.
We've got some dancing on the court, which is entertaining the crowd.
And we've got kids coming from everywhere running out onto the floor.
Oh, nice work. Well done.
All right, now it's Jeremy Kendall and Josh Cunningham who are dancing to their own tune in this game.
Give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. They did well, eh?
Extending the lead to 18 for the Sharks. As both these teams look to finish
Jimmy, a.k.a.
what will be ultimately disappointing seasons on a high.
You'll always see bouncing in the stands.
Yeah, these are 2 teams that could have easily been in the playoffs. It was such a close run there. The Giants probably getting a little bit hard done by with the injuries that they picked up in the last few weeks and illness.
Woodson and Maker, they're 2 imports, big losses. These are 2 teams that, for want of a better word, disposed of, released I should say, big men mid-season and brought others in. There's McRae again, will have another round 1 opportunity. Josh Cunningham coming in for Romero Gill mid-season. Cunningham had been at the Sharks before, of course, to see the GJ Garden Holmes replay. Nice find from Tyler Marsh. Burton called for the foul. And of course, Callum McRae coming in for Kavion Pippin.
Yeah, and the Giants will probably look back at the beginning of their season where they lost their first 5 games, which, there's a few of them at home, which they probably should have won. And, that makes it tough when you lose 5 in a row to start the season. It's hard to come back from. And there's that hard show from the Giants, just stopping Kendall in his tracks.
And Anticevic, beautiful baseline spin and the finish.
A really quick move from Anticevic.
Really warming into his work throughout this game. Oh, McNaught, that tipped by Kendall. Around the McRae screen. Dempster doesn't shoot the 3, instead drives, takes the contact, gets the offensive rebound. McRae's going to have to shoot it right out in front. Rebounded by Anticevic. Cunningham, the pass fake, gets through to Tyler Marsh with the 3 ball, doesn't drop.
Probably the first time that Cunningham hasn't actually looked to shoot the ball. He's thinking about passing it first.
Back inside they go to McRae. Benson catch and shoot. Front iron.
Looked good out of the hand, just a little bit short.
Whistle blown. Clock, I think. Corey Hoggs noticed. Nick Tratham comes back into the game on his 100th appearance, and Alex Pleasure comes back into the game on his final appearance. Was an MVP of this league, Phil, much like yourself, Alex Pleasure. Slightly different playing style. Won MVP in 2011, the year after you won it.
Dude, I can't remember that far back.
You won it in 2010, didn't you? In the twilight of your career, you won MVP, didn't you?
38 when I won it. So, Pleasure's only 36.
1938.
1938, yeah. You're a funny guy.
Pleasure won it for the Waikato Pistons, and then the next year won finals MVP and a championship with the Auckland Pirates. One of his 2 championships, also winning with the Sharks. So won 4 Australian NBL championships for the New Zealand Breakers, and Benson effects a steal for the Giants. 70 times he wore the black singlet of his country. And of course, battled with cancer over the last 2 years and worked his way back into the NBL.
Yeah, he's been a winner wherever he's gone. Every team he's played in have done pretty well.
Melbourne United as well, took him all the way to the finals. Known as the Chief, after the character in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest for his stoicism. Often silent assassin, loves a mid-range and drains it, does the Chief.
And that was one of his real weapons when he was playing, just his ability to shoot the ball.
Well, he was an absolute staple off the bench, wasn't he, for the Breakers in those winning years. Often behind an import big, was really effective. Local 7-footer. Also had a great game against the Oklahoma City Thunder, if you remember that, for Melbourne United. Couple of big dunks. Simply made his mark on New Zealand basketball. He's looking to finish with a win as Kendall shrugs off. McNaught finds Burton, and Tisovic again doesn't go. Pleasure the rebound, fires it back to Kendall. Steps inside the arc, drains the 2.
Just moving at a different pace, old Kendall. Almost looked boring the way he up-fake, dribbled it and then shot it.
Marsh doesn't go. Pleasure the board. Oh, McNaught goes down, and he might have clocked his head onto Pleasure's knee. The 2 check they're okay. Meanwhile, he gets the bucket.
It's a big old knee too to run into. McNaught looks a little bit frazzled by it.
It's a tough floater over the 7-foot frame of.
Yeah, he's obviously
Pleasure.
frazzled by the knock.
Defense.
Fetcher wants a timeout with just under 5 minutes to go in this 4th quarter, and they trail by 24 to the Giants. Not the way they wanted to farewell. Another big crowd at the Trafalgar Centre. Kendall doesn't get the flow to go. Marsh comes down with it. McRae takes the contact, gets the finish.
Hesitates, pops it off the glass. Swats it by Mike Terry Mortgages.
Kendall rejects the screen. What a pass to Pleasure. Jeremy Kendall. Well, the first half belonged to Josh Cunningham. Jeremy Kendall just said the second half is mine.
And I don't know if you were watching him then, but I was watching him the whole time, and his eyes were always on Pleasure. Even though he was looking somewhere else, he was just looking straight at Pleasure. The ball was always going to go to him. Heck of a pass.
We have a Southland crowd.
As a receiver of the basketball, you just see here, just taking his time looking just straight through the arms of McRae to Pleasure. You've got a guard that can pass the ball like that. It just makes it so easy for you to catch and finish. And there's no one more valuable than someone can pass the ball to someone at the right place at the right time.
Nelson is hosting 7 high school boys teams from around the South Island over the weekend of the 28th to the 30th. So good chance to see all the basketball fans out there to get their eyes on the next generation of Nelson talents over the games, being held at Nelson College and Saxton Stadium.
Tuatara take on the Saints after this one.
Entry absolutely free. The weekend of the 28th and 30th.
You've got a pick for us for the final 6?
Well, geez, it's hard to look past the big boys from the big city, isn't it? Rob Lowe, who I know voting hasn't even started, but call him MVP elect. What a season from Big Bad Bobby Lowe. Has just been so good. Adding to that, Glidden, Weeks, Tarangi, young Charlie Dalton's having a great year, and young, great coach. Hard to look past the Tuatara, but finals footy, Phil, anything can happen.
Yeah. Brett Matahari will have a few words to say about that too,
Absolutely,
I'd say.
he will. So will Judd Flavel. Rams, under strength yesterday, running a young starting lineup, had a big win. Screen. Cunningham, Tyson Iolupatia trying to stay in front of Kendall. I'm going to say I think the best six best teams will be there. And although the Giants might feel a little hard done by with injuries and illness towards the end of the season, and the Hawks found form just the right time.
Yeah, they're definitely playing well at the moment. Tisovic skies for that rebound.
Oh, the softball pitch to Inga from Kendall, who's got it all in his arsenal, Jeremy Kendall. Evans Jr. going to sling it over to McRae. Out of bounds it goes. Sharks ball, and Dempster comes into the game. And Callum McRae makes his way to the bench. 27 points, 7 rebounds. Cutting a frustrated figure at the moment, but gets a warm round of applause from his teammates and the crowd.
He's had a heck of an impact for the Giants since coming into the squad, and you know, somebody that I'm sure Mike Fletcher will be keen to keep around next season.
I'm sure he'll want to attack whatever season he does do next. In better shape as well. I'm pretty open that it's not at his ideal playing fitness as Tratham looks to split the gap. Ingham steps into a 3-ball, high off the back iron. Inga goes to get it. And there's a foul there from Tratham. Nick Davidson off the bench, wearing number 44 for the Giants. Another one who hasn't seen many minutes this season. First year out of Nelson College.
Nick Davidson out for the UBS Nelson Giants. Sponsored by BP.
We have a fully Nelson
just about went in the
lineup
hoop.
out there.
Oh, Kendall looking for Cunningham, just about throws it in the basket.
Davidson 3-ball in and out. Dempster the rebound. Hesitates. Yeah, fully Nelson lineup out there, Phil. Ingham tucks under his arm. Dempster catch and shoot as the shot clock expires. Davidson goes and gets the offensive rebound. This time Dempster down the lane and the finish. And a popular basket. Ben Hall and Sione Helu come back into the game for the Sharks. A game they will win. And that'll see the Sharks finish 6-12 on the season. The Giants the same, 6-12. Cunningham over the outstretched arm of Tratham, too strong. Davidson with the rebound. Mullet flowing behind him as he drives down the court. Ingham down the lane. Helu, good defense. And Tisovic with the board. Minute 30 to go in these two team season. Bullet pass, Cunningham, and Tisovic 3-ball, wet.
Yeah. Automatic. Second half for Tisovic.
13 points, 8 rebounds. As Dempster puts up a 3-ball and he gets it to go. It looks like Alex Pledge is going to finish his career on the court, which is a nice touch from Guy Malloy.
And Alex Wedger back on the floor now for the Southland Sharks.
And Tisovic in his bag to finish this game as he earns a foul from Tom Ingham.
There hasn't been a lot of fouls in this game. And both teams only sitting on one team foul each, and the Giants haven't really been up around 4 fouls at all throughout the game. You see Ben Hall struggling to get the ball, and he gets it back from Pledger. And Davidson doing a good job there, disrupting the shot.
Finds Dempster, Dempster gets Pleasure to bite. Here's Davidson driving high up the glass, gets it to go. He's made an impact late in this one, isn't it, Davidson? Making the most of his limited minutes. Cowie waits for the Pleasure screen. Dempster disrupts it. Here's Sione Helu. Quick hands, Aticevic 3 ball. That one short, rebounded by Trathan.
Always looked a little bit short out of the hand from Aticevic.
Go get a bucket, Nicky D.
Just a reminder, if you could please stay seated following the game tonight. There will be a quick presentation, some awards that will be handed out.
So the foul there to allow Alex Pleasure to get an ovation as he leaves the court for the last time in his career.
Here in Nelson.
An arousing ovation from the crowd. "72 All Blacks tests, 4 Australian NBL championships, 2 New Zealand NBL championships, a New Zealand NBL MVP and finals MVP. The end of a storied career for Alex Pleasure. And the end of the season for these two teams, the Nelson Giants and the Southland Sharks. A 99-75 win for the Sharks.
Congratulations to the Southland Sharks.
The Sharks put a good performance on the floor, obviously shooting the ball at a really good clip, and the Giants have been a little bit undermanned. Just giving their younger guys an opportunity to play.
Looked a little deflated at the start, maybe having just learned their fate late last night at the end of that game.
Yeah, it is always tough to get up for this type of game with, with not a lot on the line for both teams, and an opportunity for all the players to play. As we see the Sharks running out a 99-75 winner over the Giants. Plenty of opportunity, plenty of good things for the Giants that have happened throughout the season. The Sharks will obviously be unhappy with the result and where they finished up. Probably a much better team than where they got to, but opportunity for them to go back and have a look at things. Nice opportunity also to thank Alex Pleasure for his commitment to the sport of New Zealand basketball, and we're going to hand over to Hugh now to have a bit of a chat to him.
Thank you, Phil. Yep, here with Alex Pleasure. How's it feel, Chief? It's over.
Yeah, the Spates might have a little bit of extra nice taste to it tonight. But yeah, great to finish the season on a high like this, and yeah, couldn't be more pleased with these boys to come out and put on a performance like that tonight.
Tough question, I know, but you look back at your storied career, 4 Australian NBL championships, 2 New Zealand championships, an MVP in our league, a finals MVP, 70 times a Tall Black. What moments are jumping out at you right now as it kind of flashes before your eyes?
Oh, it's kind of hard to pick one off the top of the head straight away, but hearing my name called for the Tall Blacks for the first time in 2008, you know, representing your nation, putting on that black singlet, you know, is kind of one of the pinnacles of any sport, really. So to be able to have the honour of doing that, that's definitely up there.
You've been a fan favourite everywhere you've gone, and everywhere you've gone you've been successful too, but I know you have a special place in your heart for the Sharks. You're not from Southland, of course, you're a Waikato man, you played there as well. But I know you have a special message for Jill at the Sharks after how they've looked after you the past few years.
Yeah, I can't say enough about not just the Sharks franchise, but the Southland community in general. Just you know, after that diagnosis a couple of years ago, the way everyone rallied around me, the support from everybody, but from Jill and the Sharks in particular. you know, I'm forever going to be in debt for them for what they did for me and Bailey during a very difficult time. And Bailey will probably hate me saying it on TV, but I'd like to consider ourselves Southlanders. We really enjoy it down there. Weather's not great, but but just the franchise and the support was unbelievable.
Congratulations on a fantastic career, my friend.
Cheers. Thank you.
Well, thanks for joining us here at Trafalgar Centre for the last time this season. The finals are to come later this week, but before 6 o'clock live on Prime, live on Sky, the Tuatara taking on the Saints.